Hey traders, this is Cousin Benny coming to you on July the 19th after earnings were announced on Apple. It'll be interesting to see how this opens in the AM. I did not trade the Apple earnings straight away. What I did was traded ARM holdings. Do your research and check it out, but for the most part I took ARM common 2 days ago, on Monday, after Warbucks had mentioned it in the room at I believe Sunday night, and I took the 100 common and sold it on the pop after hours, anticipating that Apple would have good earnings, and did get a nice return. I think it was $3.05 on 100 shares. So that's ARM Holdings. There were a number of other chips and providers for Apple products that you could have played as well, but this is the one that I played. So notice the volume at price right here. So I'm anticipating this area to be a little bit of resistance, as well as where you get a confluence of MAs. That tends to be resistance. Notice the Bollinger Bands are starting to compress. Stochastics is oversold and turning, and volume looks decent. So this should be okay. Tomorrow I'll probably take 4 of them off and hold one and see what we can get out of this over the next week. It'd be nice to get up close to this upper 3150 area. Also look at this last move here and look at what we might get just as a measured move or a ratio trade off of this lower trend line. So it lines up pretty nicely with this level here. So that's ARM Holdings. You can also look at the Fibonacci's, where we have this high and low, and we're currently at the 382 level. The 618 get us close to this area here. So that's not too bad of a target, okay? The 2940 area, but I will be taking 4 off tomorrow. The defense sector I like pretty much as well. I wanted to take the calls on L3 Communications only because we're in an uptrending channel, and any move off of the stochastics being oversold would be in the right direction for me. I tend to like ascending channels versus descending channels. I do know that these tend to break to the downside, but I like that the momentum is heading higher and that we have higher lows, and that the whole sector is in the overbought territory. So I'm looking for this measured move here, similar to occur on L3 Communications. So I have the August 85s, and that's the reason why. I would like to get into the August or further out 80 strike, but I'm not currently in that. So the L3, I have the August 85s, and I have 5 of those now. I entered at 80 cents average today. Okay, so that's L3. Raytheon is in that bucket along with L3. Boeing, we looked at this trade today, and I'm not currently in this, but the stochastics is oversold, and we could get a nice bounce back up to these EMA or MAs and get a reversion to mean. Okay, that's Boeing. Rockwell Collins is in that bucket. I think Johnny may be trading this position, depending on where you draw these. This looks good. I like Rockwell Collins. I believe he may have mentioned that this is one of his best bet trades. So I like the way this looks. Note that you have this volume bar here at price. So 59, you might start to see some resistance, but the major resistance is up here at 62. So to get this nice move here would be splendid. Okay, so there you go. I'm probably going to get it before August options expire. So if you want to trade an option trade on this, I'd probably look at in the money or slightly out of the money. Maybe do outside of August or the next month out September. Okay. Textron and United Technologies looking pretty good. Textron had a nice move today off of this bottom that it's putting in. Be interesting to see how this sets up, but for now we got oversold stochastics. It's in the same group, defense sector, so it'd be nice to see this move up to the 24 area. Again, this is more of an ascending channel, so I'd like to see how this works out in a W-shaped double bottom where this low is higher than this one. Okay, we do have some confluence of volume at price and some MAs here, but it should be nice to see this move up to this level here. A break of this level would definitely send this up moving. Okay. United Technologies, another ascending pattern. Notice where price is inside of this channel. Okay, with stochastics not quite moving down to the lower area, which is what I prefer. It's at the midpoint. It looks like it wants to turn. So let's keep an eye on UTX. And it is above the rising 10 period moving average, so that's good. But we are in the upper area here of over. Now REM, I did start a small position in this. I took the August 25s puts, and then I got in at an average price of 73 cents. So this hasn't gotten a lot of movement on the options, but after hours with the Apple earnings that came out and the fact that it's taking market share, I think this is going to move lower. No guarantees, but you have this large volume bar at price at this area, so I'm looking at this as resistance. And you do have descending moving averages. You have a squeeze on the Bollinger Bands. All of these moving averages are heading lower as well. There's just not a whole lot of good things to say about REM, and one of the reasons why I shorted it today. I'm just using the puts. Also, Crazy Canuck mentioned in the room today that I believe they gave up on their BlackBerry pad, whatever it's called. So after hours REM was trading up and down around the closing area. So I would look for this to move a little lower, in which case I'll probably take these puts off. I'm only looking for about 30 to 40 cents. I currently have 5 of the 25s. If I see a move starting to develop to the downside, I may add 5 on REM, the August 25s. Do note that the stochastic is oversold and could turn and move higher. Okay, there's no reason why this can't move up and retest this gap area, but I'm trading it with the puts for the time being. And my stop is right around the 28, 29 area. Okay, that would take me out, but I don't think we're going to get up there. EWJ, I'm still in the calls after Doug Cass's mention last week. We're right around the upper breakout area. I'd like to see this move higher tomorrow and take me out of this trade. I have a fairly large amount of calls. The September 11s, okay, at an average price of 16 cents. So we closed at 19, we traded at 20 today, so that's not bad on 20 calls. I believe Kaneko has something like 50 to 100 of these. Noble Energy had a nice move today and has moved off of this lower trend line. Note that earnings are confirmed to be 7:20. That's tomorrow after the close. and I'll probably be looking to get out of the calls that I have. Currently have 5. Let's see, 5 September 38s. I got into them at an average price of $1.20. It traded and closed at $1.53 today, so I'm doing fairly well on Noble. I'll more than likely take most of these shares or most of these calls off, and this is a trade that Johnny brought into the room on the 10 per thousand watch list last week, I believe. Also note that Diamond Offshore is slated to report earnings as well, and that's going to be on 7/21. Okay, so keep that in mind if you took Diamond. Nice chart. We're up to close to the 100 MA, so I'd probably be taking this off tomorrow if you got into Diamond Offshore. Okay, it's trading above the volume at price level, and most of the MAs. This might be one that might beat its forecast. The consensus is $1.89, and that whisper number is 202. Okay, so that's basically it. I covered Apple. I don't know if I covered the S&P, but we are in this descending channel. We had this move higher where we had 5 or 6 or 7 really nice days. We hit resistance, moved back down to this upper trend line, and we broke higher today. Notice stochastics is moving higher. I took most of my profits this morning on the SPYs, and I had a nice trade from yesterday's swing low. Okay, Doug Cass made an announcement right in here. I took the SPYs on the next couple of candles and rode this for a swing to early morning, where I got out. I believe Johnny was talking about this. I was on my way back from the airport, dropped my wife off right around, what time is this, 10:30? That would be right about this candle here. So I took off 5 SPY 132s, I believe, for a nice profit. I believe I bought them for 180. I had 5 of them and sold them today at 250. So I had a nice 70-cent move on 5 SPY August 11 132 calls. Thank you, Doug Cass, and thank you, Mr. Mark. The Qs, I did exactly the same thing. When I looked at the SPYs, I looked at Apple. I thought that this double bottom right here on the short-term charts looked pretty nice. On the 15-minute, we were oversold yesterday. I took the Qs and bought the August 59 calls at an average price of 55 cents. I had 5 of those, and today sold at $1.02, where we hit this candle right in here. Where is it? 10:30. Yep, right in here. I sold on the way back from the airport again, so had a nice move. Obviously we moved higher, but I don't care. I made a profit. Sell into strength and buy the dips, sell the rips. Again, this is Cousin Vinny coming to you from Day Trading Radio, and my site optionsdelta.blogspot.com, where you can join the site for free, okay, using the Google Friend Connect, and follow these trades. You'll get them when I take the trades or when I talk about new entries or exits and so forth. And you can come check me out at Cousin Vinny Day Trades channel, where the address is right here, okay, and we can trade together. If you're already a member or already subscribed to my channel, congrats on a lot of the good trades that we've taken recently. Remember to take profits, and we'll talk to you soon. Take care.